Tell us what they are. You don't have to compare, you don't have to beg, you don't have to argue. You just have to be convinced that you're where you need to be and you are exactly in the right place. Jason here so many times, the window of opportunity is wide open. All you have to do is take a running leap at it. Speaking of running leaps, there's this guy who broke both his arms, and you've probably heard this story. You mightn't have heard it this way, so you'll live. A guy who broke both his arms, and he was sent home from work. And on the way home from work, he lived just near us. He was coming home from the Mitsubishi factory, and see, Japanese, I can speak Japanese, Mitsubishi. And as he's coming home from the Mitsubishi factory, he passed all these shops. He wasn't going to go on the dole. We call it the dole. What do you call that? Welfare. He wasn't going to do that. He thought, I'm a man, I'll get a job. So he saw a job delivering parcels for the butcher. Couldn't do that, no arms. He couldn't do it. He couldn't ride a bike. He didn't know what he could do. So he said, I'm going to do something. He walked along the road and he saw a sign outside a church, and the vicar had written on the church chalkboard, bell ringer wanted. So he said, I'll have a shot at that. So he went in and he said to the vicar, excuse me, mate, I wouldn't mind having a shot at ringing the bell. And the vicar said, well, I hardly see how you could manage that with the incapacitation of your forearms. And he said, no, I'll give it a shot. Where's the bell? And the vicar said, it's in the belfry. So he said, right, I'll have a shot at it. So up the belfry he goes. And there's the bell. So he pulls on the rope, wraps his leg around it, wraps his ugly leg around it, can't ring the bell, thinks, right, I'm going to get this job somehow. I know I'm going to climb inside the bell and hit it with my head. So he climbs inside it's a big bell. So he gets inside the bell and he goes, thwack, bong, ong, 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 goes the bell, gets back down and he says, so what did you think of that, vicar? And the vicar said, oh, well, I hardly think it was clear enough. Can we have another shot? He said, I'm going to get this job or I'll die trying. So back up he goes. Hey, have I just gone down the basement? Is this up? I think this is up. Right. Inside that bell, he goes, thwack! Bong, ong, 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 ong. Ong, 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 goes the bell. And he says, his nose was in the same place, but his face had shifted that way. So what did you think of that, vicar? And the vicar said, well, I was clearer, but it certainly wasn't loud enough. Have to have another shot. Back up the... Really sorry I made this a two-story belfry. He says, I can't face it again. I'll have to have a run and jump at it. So he runs at it. And he misses and lands on the narthex in 15 pieces on the floor. It was a terrible sight, splattered. It was awful. The police came, they picked him up in little Tupperware bags and scraped him into Amway tote trays and wasn't comparing, I just happen to know they have tote trays, that's all. The police come and the police said, right then, vicar, we'll have to know a thing or two about this lad. What was his name then? The vicar says, oh, I didn't catch his name, but his face certainly rang a bell. Did I get that in Japan? No? Sorry, Japanese people. Hey, you have to give it your best shot or die trying. As Yoda said to Luke Skywalker, try not. Do or do not. There is no try. Will you stand with me and pick up your bow and arrow right now? I'm going to invade your space for half a second. Pick up your bow and arrow. Put the feathers of the king's grey goose, tufted feathers, against your lips in the kissing position. Put the bow out. You haven't got what you want yet. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I know you guys haven't got what you want yet. You want to be the biggest in the world at networking and the internet. You haven't got that yet, so there's your dream. The rest of us, we haven't got ours, we wouldn't be here. So hold it there and picture out in the Sherwood Forest what it is you want. What it is you really want. I don't have to speak to you for an hour and a half and beat you up. You know what you want. Picture it out there and hiss as you hold that arrow taut with your arms and say, I want it. Now say it with a deep throaty voice. I really want it. Now say it again a little louder. I really want this. Now shout it. I really want this. Let it rip. According to your want and your determination, be it unto you. I feel good. I